This Android saying, welcome to another Computers 1 replay. Spawn on the right side is the British player. We have NOOB play. Spawn on the left side is the Wehrmacht player. We have Lexy, Hartmann. We do have a lieutenant being deployed on out, then packing up the truck. And we've got, of course, the Wehrmacht corps being deployed on out. Not going for another pioneer. He has two pioneers out. I usually see like 3 pioneers versus Brits. It seems like get some early capping game pressure, but we do have somebody deployed on out here. Likely a Volksgrenadier, could be an MG42, but I'm guessing Volksgrenadiers. Where would he deploy his HQ? I'm guessing right here. Oh, no, he's going right there. He's going to be maxing out the fuel income. Volksgrenadier has been deployed on out. Lieutenant's the one who's captured the munitions point here, as the scope rifle squad captured this cutoff point. Yep, we do see another infantry section being deployed now. And looks like he's going straight for this viewpoint. Looks like he's got an eye for some a Stuart rush. Over here, Pioneer, Volksgrenadiers. So he has actually gone for a third Pioneer, but he did a delay third Pioneer. Interesting. Volksgrenadier going a bit more aggressive. He's going to try to go for more of a hot zone with him, while the Pioneer's going to go around and capture up some not so hot points. The fuel point has been captured. Brand carrier has been deployed on out. Infantry section may be eyeing to hit these pioneers now. It should be an easy engagement there for the infantry section, though the pioneer will engage at a very reasonable range for the pioneer. But it looks like the backs have been shown for on the pioneers for quite some time, so the infantry section's managed to get a lot of free shots off there. The pioneer's going to just rush on forward, maybe signing for some wire here. I doubt he's going landmines there. Oh, but it's not. He was not fast enough. Here comes the Brent carrier. He does spot it being built. That is likely, yeah, it has immediately been cancelled there. Volksgrenadiers intersection engaging at close range. The intersection are in territory, so they don't have the reduced movement speed. And it looks like just trying to find some decent heavy cover there. Volksgrenadier and infantry section are engaging at a long range. Brand carrier being upgraded to MMG carrier now, so he does have that deployed, and we have a bunker here, likely going for. That's likely not going to be a MG bunker, it's probably going to be a casualty recovery bunker. Does cancel it right there. Doesn't like the MMG carrier in the region. Gets inside the church there, but that's not a good time for that. And he will be forced on back. Pioneer squad is making a soft retreat away. We do have this other pioneer here as well. Going for a landmine, trying to hit these infantry section with a landmine, but maybe not quick enough. Now he does have vision of it because the spot there, so he should have an idea there's a landmine there if he was paying attention. Scope rifle's going to be backing away, avoiding combat. And here comes the Brent carrier. There is another bunker right here. That's likely another casualty recovery bunker. Pioneers receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Gain some good damage there on the bunker, seeing it's not fully built. Now getting repaired up while in combat. Switch over the Wehrmacht player. Let's take a quick look, see if it's upgrading the bunker at the moment. Yes, he is upgrading into a casualty recovery bunker. Volksgrenadiers are behind the heavy cover as well. So is the intersection, but there's the left-handed here support, and the scope rifles coming in for a pretty nice flank. Looks like we do have the captain deployed now. Like the Stuart to be out shortly. Volksgrenadiers getting picked off one by one. Streaming them one at a time is not a great idea. But there's a number of casualties on the ground. So we may see some casualties recovered, but you could be hitting those snipers next, because those snipers are very vulnerable at the moment. Scope Rifle Squad eyeing for the cutoff point. But no, he's hitting the medics first. The second medic will go down. And we do have these horses here. And that scope rifle, of course, did spot that landmine detonating it as I open up my drink. Sorry about that. Looks like Stuart has been deployed on the field. I can see on the mini-map. Got some rifle grenades as well.
The enemy advances.
Scope rifles making their advance. Let's force back the pioneers. Gain some good damage there onto the Volksgrenadiers as he captured the point, but the intersection will get suppressed there by the MG42. Stuart's making his advance. Brandon Carrier is still in the region. We do have, this is a MG42 there, and that is a Wehrmacht landmine, which the Brit could find. Over here, the Volksgrenadiers are getting ripped apart by the MMG carrier. And we do have escalate the skirmish phase completed. Sappers have been deployed and out. Could be repair sappers, could be
They're losing territory.
they could be Piet sappers. Could be remain unupgraded in case when he realizes what he actually needs. Probably a good idea. Medic is recovering that casualty. That would be the first casualty recovered. The mine does not get complete again. Volksgrenadiers and Pioneers making the advance. We got this. Stuart sending some good hits there into the MG. And getting some good damage in there.
They're losing territory.
Brand Carrier making its advance. Mason's getting some good damage there onto the Pioneers. As the Volksgrenadiers receive some good damage in as well. One of the casualties have been dropped there, so he's able to recover that one. Over here we do have the lieutenant supporting the scope of the rifle grenades, I should say, not scope rifles. And the trench there immediately gets cancelled there by the rifle grenades. This one's immediately being built, but not a good idea to try to build that well in combat. But we'll draw some fire, and we'll be falling on back there. It seems like they're moving a little bit faster than they should be. I don't know why, it just seems like that. And I've got the Brand carrying, getting some good damage there onto the Volksgrenadier. Looks like he's going forward for a Panzerfaust. Or maybe not. Does always fall back there. No Panzerfaust there. Kriegsberg has been deployed on out. And looks like this medic model is charging on forward, trying to cover one of these casualties right there. And the Volksgrenadier is getting ripped apart. There's another casualty there, so that could be a free Grenadier if he's not paying attention. Multiple landmines have been deployed on the out, but the scope rifles do spot them, but does get suppressed there. This one's still undetected, while this one is detected. Does get detonated. And both these casualties are being recovered. There's still a couple more right there. Maybe it could be recovered in time, but maybe not.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Max charger on forward, trying to cover another casualty. But that will be a free grenadier, which he needs to immediately upgrade it to a Panzerschreck.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from
You got
supply.
Pack 30 as well. Medic is almost there. And does get a free grenadier there. And one casualty, additional casualty is being recovered. No Panzerschreck on the squad just yet, but the Pack 30 does connect with the Bren carrier there and does go completely down. Oh, on the right side, we've got Pioneers. A Pioneer captured that point. We do have the MG42 here as well. Triple capture in favor of the Brits. I heard a landmine detonation. Not exactly sure where.
Defended the fatherland until death.
Captain does get gunned down there by the Volks Grenadiers. Grenadiers now being upgraded to Panzerschreck. Rifle grenades, however, can flush them out that church. Looked like he was trying to get inside the church. Another rifle grenade being thrown. Second Panzerschreck being built or upgraded now as well. Up north, we do have the Volks Grenadier eyeing to capture that point. They will capture it up, but they will likely get forced back thanks to the heavy cover with the scope rifles. Good shot there, and a medic is charging forward to cover a casualty. This one right there. And the Steward is eyeing it and rolls a miss. Rifle grenades making their way forward. Does find the double Panzerschreck squad. The Grenadiers could, of course, throw a stick grenade. Stick grenade is being thrown. It does get a decent hit there, knocking him out of cover primarily. Starts making advance. That seems like a really good time for a canister round based on their formation. The canister round was fired, getting two of the models. Panzerschreck squad receives a hit there. I think he may use the medical crates there. I think his health is going up significantly. Yep, medical crates was utilized, and now we do have a Staghound on the field.
We're losing a sector.
Pioneers do fall back. There's this landmine still here. MG42's making a withdrawal as well, trying to avoid the fire. Vet 2 infantry has been deployed on out. Now Stewart's pushing his way forward. Panzerschreck's making advancing. Does not get a shot off there. Does get one shot off there. Getting a good hit there. Good hit there as well. Also, there's a overhealed Stewart that was right there. And does not manage to get any shots off there. Both of them hit there. Try to go for cancer round, but the gamble outright failed.
Location is ours. Volk squad here.
Rifle grenades firing. Rolls a pair of misses there. I don't know why that rifle grenade was pretty successful there, knocking him out of cover as well. Staghound making his advance, saying hi. The infrastructure squad is quite wounded, but the rifle grenades are flying very, very high as well, outright missing. Next rifle grenade flies even worse. Rifle grenades, they're either really good or really horrendous. But now we've got some commandos being deployed on now. No longer able to deploy more commandos from that wreckage now. He's getting some great hits there onto the Volksgrenadier. Commando's getting some great damage onto the pack gun now, focusing it down first. Now allow the Staghound to get some great work in. He could booby trap it as well to prevent it from being recaptured as well. It looks like stun grenades. Looks like we've got the Blitzkrieg being selected as well. And multiple stun hits there, getting some excellent damage on the commandos, forced to fall back. They're down to 5 members and almost no health remaining. Landmine was detonated there by one of the commando models, which is probably best. Oh, finds another landmine there, but this time with a Staghound. Getting some great hits there on the MG42. And it will get fully gunned down there. Repair Sapper must be pushing his way forward. Not so sure why he's being salty right there. Sure, Staghounds can be a bit BS, but I didn't see the suppression that makes them sort of mass Staghounds known for. Pioneer Squad will manage to escape on out of there, as the Repair Sappers are going to be healing up the Staghound and will overheal him. Staghound's making his advance. Will potentially find the Pack 38. Got another free Grenadier.
We're losing territory.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of salt in Dawn of War 2, at least not in the games. Another commando squad, of course, has been deployed now. Getting a great frag grenade there. Will decrew the Pack 38, as the MP40 squad inside the garrison will have a bit of trouble. There's some salt in Company Heroes 2, but it seems like, to be honest, there's a bit more salt in when it comes to Company Heroes 1. Good hits there onto the Pack 38. Frag grenade thrown on top of the commandos to do avoid it in time. This other commando squad is quite wounded. Damage there on the Staghound. Scope rifles making their way forward. And we do have some smoke rounds there, laying down a demo charge to destroy the casualty recovery bunker. But he has recovered 2 casualties there. Stu has been deployed on out. He may have detonated one of his own commando models there.
Attention.
I'm not sure.
Advances. We have 300 points left.
Multiple Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers pushing their way forward. Another Volk squad defensively right here. Got this squad being reinforced as well.
We are losing ground.
Staghounds making their advance. Getting some good hits there onto that Volksgrenadiers. Does manage to capture the point in time, or the gun in time. Does get some panic shots there as Pack 38 does camouflage, sending on up, trying to engage this Staghound. This Pack 38 needs to rotate around over here, as rifle grenades do go ahead and decrew the Pack 38. Good hits there onto the scope rifle squad. Does go ahead and salvage the carcass of the glider, as the scope rifle squad receiving multiple hits there. Firefly has been deployed on out, and a Staghound receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Over on the left side, we got the scope rifle squad against good hits there on the mortar, deployed a mortar team, as the MP40 squad is now making his advance, getting some great damage onto that intersection. But he does not chase it down. There we go, now starting to chase it down. And that intersection may actually get wiped. Doesn't look like it. We'll manage to escape out with 2 models there with a sneeze of health. left. Yeah, managed to keep escape out with 2 models there. Commandos starting to make their advance as well. Getting flinched around by the Panzerx. Stu does fire a shot there, but nails the building. Trying to repair up the Pack 38. And this one is partially revealed as well. We do got the Sherman Firefly receiving some Panzerx hits there. The Firefly will need to back away. And Stag Hounds starting making their advance.
We have 200 points.
Firefly's backing on off. Stag Hounds making his advance. He's retargeting the low health one. Do have suppression there. Mega destroyed. The Stag Hound does fully go down and does get fully pinned as well. Gain some much needing healing for these squads. I'll say same for the Tiger Tank. Doesn't look like it's going to go for the other line anytime soon. So there's the Commando player. Let's see what stuff he can deploy on in, or will get stuff deployed on in.
What can I do for you?
Staghound here. Another Staghound being deployed on out. Over here we got the MP40 Volk squad. Some heavy cover here, but the Commandos, of course, can throw a grenade themselves. Stun grenades can be thrown by the Volksgrenadiers. And we got a grenade right there. It's going to be a poor grenade there. It does get one model with a grenade. The other model got gunned down. The Commandos are severely wounded, and they do manage to win out the engagement. Pioneers and Stu making their advance. The Stu could get a pretty good shot there with getting a wipe. It is possible. They're really low on health. Decides to fall back there. And Stu does not get a shot off there. Fresh bunker here. And now, of course, it looks like he has the radio triangulation. So that means now we can see. Now listen carefully. I was going to say he can blitz it in.
Lads have received their decoy smoke.
Now he's able to call in decoy barrages and regular barrages. He's low on munitions, so a lot of decoy barrages. Panzerx squad's pushing the way forward.
Jerry's pushed through our lines and is trying to take a victory point.
Ooh, that's a lot of Panzerx flying on in. Staghound does barely board death. The pack gun, of course, missed some, put some hits into the fence line. Over here, we do have the Firefly. No real assets for the Firefly to really shoot at for this entire game. No Panzer IVs, no... Well, I suppose a Stu he can fire at, but hasn't really fired at against it once. Kampfkraft Center, no Sturm Armory, no Panzer Command. Wehrmacht landmines are still on the ground as well. And more mortar hits now raining on in. Commandos are trying to capture this point. They may receive a pretty good hit there. They do receive a pretty good hit there, but the Firefly is here to protect them so they won't get wiped out. And throws out some smoke grenades there. Down south we do have the Volksgrenadiers captured some points. Now has deployed a third Staghound. He's getting his spam up. Mines has been detonated there, deployed out by sappers, so it's unusual to see Brit landmines, but that was a pretty good placed one there. Doesn't get the wipe, however. Commandos severely wounded. The Commandos do throw a frag grenade there, getting some great damage in. Now you should be able to capture the VP and perhaps fall back. Other than that, I think he does not have time to capture up the munitions point. He may only have enough time. Nope, he doesn't even take time to fully decapture it. Just want to make sure that squad stays safe. They're expensive squads, so best not lose it. Two Staghounds are set up right here. The third one's down south. not damaged engine there, so it looks like that mine was detonated by something else. The Stu started to make his advance. Vet 1 tanks been researched by the Wehrmacht player. Good hits there onto the Staghound. And this Staghound could get some good damage there on the Pantrick, but in return as well. Staghounds are rolling around, both of them severely wounded. Got another deadly hit there onto this one here, but still alive. Pack-on has been decrewed, and the glider says hello. Or how did the bird say it? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that was a really good Stu shot. This commandos down the one last model. It throws out stun grenades on its retreat as well. The commandos will manage to barely escape on out there. It's probably not worth it. He probably spent more manpower than he got rid of. And that Volksgrenadier squad does go down. The point has been captured. We got the Grenadier squad inside the garrison. Shu does find a minor hit there onto the scope rifle squad. And now we've got some commandos throwing out some smoke grenades there to camouflage their advance. Does decapture that in time, will fall back. Haven't seen any decoy barrages just yet, and he has enough munitions for a regular barrage as well.
Third Battalion has access to glider-borne light armor.
Tetrarchs can now be deployed on out. Not like really see them all too much. Does y'all smoke grenade there? Trying to capture the VP now. Good hits there onto that garrison. Down south, commandos captured at this point as well. Looks like that shot rolled a miss. Volksgrenadier advancing as well. And the commandos will avoid that shot as well. In the middle, we do have more commandos. How many intersections? He only has one scope rifle squad remaining. He lost to the rifle grenade squad. He still has his 3 Staghounds and got the MG42 inside the garrison. Down south, the commandos are engaging these Volksgrenadiers. We also got a whole bunch of tank traps here, so no armor. He must have did that to prevent the Staghounds from advancing. And stun grenade, no, frag grenade has been thrown on the commandos. They do fall back in time. And the commando squad here will be falling back as well. He's going to be spending a lot of manpower reinforcing those commandos. Most of them are just straight up wounded, not necessarily a whole lot of them all of us dead.
Germans are attacking our supply lines.
Firefly does get spotted there, does receive a shot. And now we do have a Ford 25-pounder being deployed out. Deploying it farther closer because it's not Royal Artillery, so he needs the extra range. Pioneers and Volksgrenadier making their advance. Lieutenant does spot them, however.
Facility is being overrun. Our supply lines are being threatened.
Munitions point is being captured.
Send your message over.
And we got the scope rifles making their ways forward. The designated marksman was deployed there. So get a bit of extra damage in. He needs to start fighting. He's just sort of dancing around a little bit too much in this engagement. Now we do have a single Staghound advancing. And the Volksgrenadier squad will be falling on back. .25-pounder engaging somewhere over here. Now there is a Tiger tank deployed on now. Veterancy 1, so he needs to get some more tank veterancy. Does not appear that he's getting any additional veterancy at the moment. Stack count does get some minor hits there. Does spot the Tiger tank at least. And the commandos not fully reinforced. Pushing the way forward. He's actually pop cap. He's spent too much on units, and now he's at pop cap, which can be a bit problematic. He starts losing sectors that will also cause more issues as well. Up north, we do have the scope rifle squad falling back. Maybe a good idea not to reinforce it. Allows commandos to stay reinforced. Stu's make his advance. I think he can reinforce it much as well. There's like 2 population room open. You can get 2 models. Commandos do find the landmine there, as this one does get some hits there in by the Stu as well. And this one may actually fully get wiped. He may be willing to sacrifice it just to free up population room.
Report a section is KIA.
Decoy barrage raining on right there. Oh, no, that was the actual barrage. Well, he threw down both the decoy barrage and the regular barrage. Not sure what the decoy was actually then. Got some good damage on it there on the Stu. Sending the Firefly does get the kill there. Stack counts making their advance, forcing back the Grenadiers.
Victory location is under attack.
Volksgrenadiers are trying to avoid some fire. The Tiger tank is here to support. Maybe push the fire tank a little bit farther forward and engage that Staghound. Firefly's not in a good position, a bit wounded as well. Of course, he does not know that.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed the
It does decrew the pack gun there. Does not get the MG42, but additional shots may take out the pack gun itself. Wow, that one flew wide. And does destroy the AT gun itself. Staghound's making the advance. Is starting to get some good hits there onto the Volksgrenadiers. Up north, we do have the scope rifle squad. Not fully reinforced, but trying to capture some points. He's just going to use that squad to harass the flanks. We got a mortar here as well. Grenadiers do receive quite a bit of fire there from the commandos. Commandos haven't received much fire as well. And we got the Volksgrenadiers receiving some fire from the lieutenant, but of course the lieutenant doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. Here are mortar strikes. It must be from this over here. I'm not so sure where though. Looks like it's firing. It's facing. I'm not sure where it's actually firing. Commandos here does find a good angle there on the MG42. May see a grenade here. May see some smoke grenades. Yeah, a grenade has been thrown. He would likely decrewed. Nope, he does not get decrewed. 25-pounder raining in somewhere. This position here, that could be an MG bunker, that could be a casualty recovery bunker. It's hard for me to tell. Hell, it could be even a repair bunker. I really can't say. But probably a bit too far forward for a repair bunker. Stormtroopers being deployed now, camouflaging forward with 2 Panther Shreks.
Lieutenant is KIA.
And the lieutenant gets annihilated by a Tiger tank. As the captain's trying to get revenge by taking pot shots at the Tiger tank with a revolver. 2 Panther Shrek shots there onto the Grenadier. Good hits there onto the Staghound. I'm not sure what's being upgraded just at the moment. Down south, we've got the Stormtroopers and Grenadiers making their way forward. One can reveal the other. Rolls a miss there, rolls a hit there, and rolls a miss there. The other one has not fired, getting knocked around by the staghounds. He knows in the region, and does get fully uncamouflaged there. Getting good hit in there. Commandos come to support. Good hits there, even AoE damage there, and does fully pin the stormtroopers.
They're taking major casualties out there.
And the flinching and being knocked around by vehicles is not necessarily a bug. It's actually a design that's poorly implemented. That's why it's largely removed from Governors 2. Staghound is pushing his way forward. Rolls a miss there on the Firefly. Staghound still advancing, receiving hits there by the Pack 38. The Pack 38 does take up the Staghound.
Good to go.
And that is actually a repair bunker. Okay, I was sort of making a stupid joke about the repair bunker, but that's really a bad spot for a repair bunker. It should be like right here or back here. Oh, it's right there. There's one already right there, but still, right there would be a little bit better, more cover. Because right here, it's pretty vulnerable. And now the Commandos camouflage forward, laying down demolition charge. Very nice. Tiger tank going to force fire on the ground. If he... Oh! Wait, what? The demolition charge wasn't fully built there. He scuttled with the bunker? Decoy barrage now being not targeted, not barraging, dropped. Commandos making their advance. He received a deadly hit there by the Tiger tank. Throws out a grenade there, but largely was ineffective. Captain may receive some hits there, and is going to call an actual barrage right there. And decoy barrage was off the cooldown. Nope, he thought. Stay back. Received the hit there, but the flinch actually prevented him from sustaining less damage there. Over here, the Pioneer is going to be capturing this munitions point. Up north, we do have the Commandos camouflaging away from the stew.
An ammo storage facility is being overrun.
And now the Volksgrenadier, or regular Grenadier, are getting suppressed by the Pinto Mounts. Warpath shots there onto the garrison, but not onto the Staghounds. Receiving a bit of fire there. Tank commander crew on top of the Firefly. Up north we do have the Commandos. Most of the camouflage there, but the stew does fire some shots. Got camouflage AT gun making their advance. Stormtroopers making their advance as well. Veteran C2 on the Stormtroopers. And there may be a landmine. Nope, no landmine detonation there. Pack gun is getting some hits there, getting repaired up. The Fireflies are firing some rounds in return. The Tiger tank could fire some shots in as well. And here comes the Staghounds charging forward. Does get the AT gun decrewed. Tiger tank now just sustaining hits. I'm not sure what the Tiger tank's doing. Pack gun. Nope, not sure what's actually. Looks like the repair bunker is actually getting besieged. And the Tiger tank's just sitting there. Did he go AFK? Tiger tank now being repaired on up by the repair bunker. What's the sense of blind open map? Is it referring to the radio call-in stuff? Pack gun receiving some fire there. AT gun has been recruited. Fireflies both overhealed. Does decrew this AT gun there. Stormtrooper squad has not thrown a grenade, but a great mortar hit there by both the mortar. AT gun does go down there. He could potentially finish it off with the Stag Hounds. But nope, the mortar finished it off for him. And there goes the Volksgrenadier to go down to the Stag Hounds there. Oh no, that was a Stormtrooper, not the Volksgrenadier. Patrick's rolling on the flanks. He knows he's fighting against Stag Hounds. So why did he go for more Panzerek squads?
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German
Grenadier squad does go down. Sure, I can understand the two free Grenadiers and utilizing them. But he could have gone for Stugs, Panzer IVs, or Panthers to support his advance. He's seen a pair of Fireflies, but Panthers with the Tiger tank or Panzer IVs or Stugs would be useful against the Fireflies. I mean, he could just deploy something that's not vulnerable to the suppression of the Stag Hounds. He probably has plenty of fuel as well, because knowing this game, all players just float a lot of fuel. In fact, there's 900 manpower, 500 fuel, so he's getting the commando player is getting a lot of resources float up, even nearly 300 munitions. He's at pop cap, so I can't say spend it, because he can't really spend it. For munitions, I could just say be a bit more wasteful, and that's about it. He has recruited the AT gun there with the Stormtroopers. Panzerek squad has not fallen back. And you've got more, and it does take out the Grenade Warfare. AT gun does get decrewed, and he's lost so many AT guns just the Stormtroopers charging forward. Sure, the glider ones are hit or miss and been pretty effective, but these ones have just been able to overrun the stuff. He's hadn't had anything to engage the infantry.
Ready to receive orders.
There's a fresh stew here. The Volksgrenadiers just running by, and things like this. He's just losing Volksgrenadiers to just running on by and not really microing his stew all too well. Multiple Firefly hits there onto the Tiger tank. And Staghound's not going to respond to the Volksgrenadier that was running forward. He knew about this guy running forward. Not sure what he was doing with it in the entire time. Chance of it getting wiped is
reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Goes down. Wehrmacht landmine here has not been detonated. Has been detonated now.
Capture move complete. Ready.
When somebody's toxic, the best thing you can do is not talk, or also get very personalized. The only person that's getting angry is him. If you can engage with them, it will just make you a bit more angry yourself. Something I've learned as well, just if they're being toxic, just simply don't respond back. It's not worth it. AT gunshots are connecting with the Fireflies. Grenadier squads are being forced on the back. Gets hit by the artillery piece as well. Stormtroopers making their way forward. Fireflies are seeing a bit more fire. Commandos engaging at close range. No stick grenade bundle grenade onto the commandos either. Good hits there onto these forces. Drop Panzerek as well. The commandos looks like I pick that up. Another Stormtrooper squad with Panzereks advancing. Tiger tank getting some repairs there by the repair bunker. Firefly trying to find an angle. Does find a pair of Panzerek hits there. And now here comes the Staghound support the Fireflies. Staghound does roll a bounce in the rear armor, so the Staghounds will not claim the kill. Fireflies getting some great hits there. Main gun destroyed. Repair engineers are down. Stu does fire a bounce in these forces. And looks like the Staghounds may have gotten the kill themselves. Nope, it was the Fireflies. Fireflies can now engage uncontested, and he has surrendered the game. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.